Okay, so here we are at the Devil card, just going through our journey on the Fool's Path, on the Pensive Path, and we come across this Devil card. And the painting is not, so much different than traditional illustrations of the Devil card. My keywords that I chose for this card are fear, obsess or obsessing, and tempt or temptation or tempting. So pretty traditional interpretations of the Devil card, in that I think that for me the Devil can really represent fear. Not necessarily in that we are so much scared of the devil or scared of the Devil card. It's just that idea of being fearful, right? Sometimes we don't do things because we're scared. So operating out of fear is not usually in our best interest, right? Because if you're fearful of something, it can cause anxiety and stress, and it's really not productive. But fear is also there as sort of a protection at times too, right? Like if you're fearful of something, sometimes there's a good reason for it, right? So sometimes you also have to kind of know the difference between trusting that intuition in that, oh, I might be scared because this is a bad situation, or because this is something dangerous that might hurt me, or whatever, or am I just being a scaredy cat and I'm too scared to just face the reality of the situation because I don't want to deal with it, right? So for me, that's kind of that double energy as far as fear, being fearing or fearful of something. The other word that I usually use for the Devil is obsess or obsessing. So it's something that is really like you just can't let go of it. Like you're just obsessing over this thing or this person. It's just like a very obsessive energy, which is also can be very draining and exhausting. So I don't know, if you're obsessed with work, if you're like a workaholic, you probably don't have a lot of time to, sort of hang out with your friends or spend time with your family. So that is sort of that obsessiveness of the Devil card, where it can just cause problems in other aspects of life, or other other things that we have to sort of deal with on a regular basis. Or sometimes that you're just, maybe you're scared to go to work, so you're just obsessed with staying home. But if you're trying to make money and trying to be successful, you have to kind of overcome that fear and just put yourself out there, right? Kind of like how I'm doing on this video series. I'm more of a private person in general. I suck at posting on social media. I don't know that I'm fearful of it, but it is something that I struggle with, is putting myself out there, because I sometimes operate out of fear, right? So the Devil card just kind of reminds me of that. And then what happens is because I am fearful of it, I start to obsess over it. I start to obsess over, oh, are my videos going to be good enough? Are people going to like them? Are they going to like what I say? Or, so for me, this is very much that whole Devil card energy of the whole thing, something to look at, something to consider. And also, like the people in this painting, sometimes that fear and obsession can hold you down, right? Like the Devil is stepping on these people and has like a firm grip on them. And that is something that is challenging and sometimes overwhelming and difficult to deal with. So anyways, not really any sort of particular reason why I chose this particular painting, other than I liked it. I liked that it had a lot of red, which I think is the, kind of Devil card energy. And it pretty much sticks to the traditional imagery of the card. And also the other word that I chose is tempt or temptation. So just that idea of, sometimes the things that we are tempted by are not necessarily good for us. So sometimes the urge to resist that temptation, it kind of goes back to that strength card of where we kind of have to hold it together and keep our composure because we're really, really, really tempted to do something, but is it for our best interest? Or, is it with best intentions to sort of do this thing that we're really tempted to do, even if it's not good for us, right? So those are kind of my thoughts on the Devil card, and we will move on next to the Tower card.